A very heavy police presence at the St. Louis Galleria. Officers with guns drawn. This after two people were shot inside the mall and no gunman in custody right now. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Claire Kellett. We do have live team coverage of the breaking news this afternoon. Right now, we know two people were shot and police are still searching for the suspects, but the mall is saying at this hour, police are saying there is no further threat to the mall. Just within the last hour, St. Louis County Police tweeted out this picture right here. This is from inside the Galleria, and they call this individual right here on your screen a person of interest in the shootings. Right now, St. Louis County Police giving us an update on the shooting this afternoon at the Galleria. We're going to listen in live to their press conference.
St. Louis Galleria in response to a call for a shooting. Upon arrival, those officers located two victims of that shooting. One of those individuals was ultimately pronounced on scene deceased. That second individual was transported to a local hospital for life-saving treatment. As the investigation has continued, what we have here, it initially was reported as an active shooter. That's not going to be correct. As the investigation has been furthered, we have two groups of individuals that became involved in a dispute amongst one another inside the mall near the northwest portion of the property. This is in and around the second floor of that property, around a pair of escalators. That altercation escalates into a shooting, and that's when those two adult men were shot. The deceased is an adult male in his early 20s, and the other individual is an adult male. I don't have a good age on him yet. He is going to make it. All signs point to that. Do you guys have any questions? Suspects. We've got a group of approximately 3 or 4 that fled the scene. We provided everyone with a person of interest, a photo taken from mall surveillance earlier. Please circulate that. Please contact us or Crime Stoppers with any information on that individual or his whereabouts. We hope to be able to provide more information, more stills and or video as the investigation continues. As you can imagine, we have a lot going on right now. We've got many officers from many different departments that are systematically clearing the property behind us, stores, the common areas and the areas around it. All of the customers and employees are safe inside. They are going to be released shortly if they have not already.
What is the give the public about other people who have that person registered? Anything about volume, clothing, description?
That's a great question, Vinny. What we need to do, we have a lot of people that were in the mall today. We have a lot of people that probably just fled out of instinct, survival, or anything else. And a lot of people that we've probably not talked to yet. We'll need to talk to everybody. Their perspective is incredibly valuable to this investigation. Whatever they heard, saw, or experienced, we need to know about. So if you or your loved one were at the Galleria Mall today, especially in the northwest corner of the property when this incident occurred, please call our investigators, please.
The photo of the person of interest, it's not 100% clear. He appears to be holding a weapon of some kind. Is that the case? Do you believe that weapon may have been used in these shootings?
I believe the identification and the apprehension of that individual will be of paramount importance as we move forward. A little while ago, you probably saw a lot of police cars moving around pretty quickly with their lights and sirens. We're fielding some calls for suspicious persons, things like that, of people that loosely match that description. Now, clearly we will weed out any of the frivolous ones, but we need to identify that individual as soon as possible.
Early on, was there a concern that the shooter was still inside the mall? And how did you go about the process of making sure that wasn't the case, while at the same time responding to sightings outside the mall? Because we saw police officers with rifles and search dogs working neighborhoods around the perimeter of the mall.
That's not an easy process. There's a lot going on, but the preservation of life is paramount. Of course, the big concern was an active shooter. That's everybody's worst nightmare, especially in a busy place like this. That was not the case. Ultimately, we believe those suspects fled on foot from the scene, possibly from the Dillard's area, in and around Dillard's. Once we were able to further that, we were able to kind of direct the search effort the best we can once we knew that there was no loss of life occurring at that point in time. And then you have to just change your focus, how you're responding, to be the most appropriate.